Greetings, this is Skylar Saunders Singh. What's current? Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z. She said he's still in her top 5 MCs of all time, but she wants her money. She wants money. That money is around $300 million reportedly. She wants her 3% stake in Tidal. That would be 9%. Actually, it's excuse me, not her 3% stake in Tidal, and 9% of I'm trying to do the math. See, that's what I get into the weeds when I try to do math. So Tidal was sold a few years ago to Jack Dorsey of Twitter fame when it was actually called Twitter and not X. But before then, there was a whole list of artists like Ye, there was Madonna, there was a few other artists that signed a contract with Tidal and look forward to getting the dividends for their ideas. Go back to Jesus. Bumba's a problem. Salute to you, sir. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, so. Yeah, she wants her money, and then she said, for those who still call him Hove, you have to take that up with God. You have to take that up with God. I would still call him Hove because there is no God. Jay-Z is the God MC. He's the greatest MC of all time. He's the best rapper ever. He's Hove. He's Jehovah. But Nicki Minaj is just as mystified as Jehovah himself. Jay-Z, he's mystified. He's always talking about Hamdulillah. That's not even a real term in Islamic speech. So, but she wants her money. She wants her money. A lot of reports say 200 million, but I saw in one, I think Complex, it said 300 million. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up again just to make sure. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Let me see. Complex. Oh, there's $200 million. Okay, so I'll just read from complex.com. Nicki Minaj called on Jay-Z to pay up during a rant on X, formerly Twitter. That's ironic, I guess, in a way. After weeks of shading the rapper and media mogul, on Tuesday, July 8th, Minaj continued her recent claims that Jay-Z owed her millions of dollars for a stake in Tidal. Does anyone else use Tidal? I use Tidal. I love Tidal. Tidal's great. I love Tidal. Nicki is annoying. Why is she annoying, Bumba? Upon launching the music platform in 2015, 15 artists, including Beyonce, Rihanna, J. Cole, and the aforementioned Ye, were gifted 3% Tidal equity when it was worth $56 million. When it was worth $56 million, okay? 2021, Tidal was sold to Jack Dorsey, I said that before, on Square for $302 million. It's a little payday, and it's still around. Minaj and the other celebrity owners reportedly kept their stake after the sale. The rapper said that she was offered $1 million for a share of the company, not the around $9 million. 3% of $9 million. So it's $9 million, not $200 million, but 3% would have been equated to $9 million. That would come if the company was valued at the price of the Square sale. On X, Minaj alleged that her monster collaborator now owes her an amount nearing the entire price of the sale. I don't know how. She did some strange mathematics. I don't know how the hell she came up with the figure that she came up with, but all right. It says we've calculated about $100 to $200 million so far. Jay-Z called me to settle this karmic debt. Karmic debt. Jay-Z it's not the greatest year for Jay-Z. Not the greatest year. It's only collecting more interest, she wrote. Minaj added that the rapper remains among her favorites. You still my top 5 though. THO. Let's get it, nigga. She continued. The Pink Friday 2 artist concluded by saying that fans who call Jay-Z Hove must answer to God. for the blasphemy. Oh my God. She says we calculated about $100 million to $200 million so far. Jay-Z called me to sell this karmic debt. It's only collecting more interest. You still in my top 5 though. Let's get it, nigga. And anyone still calling him ho will answer to God for the blasphemy. Well, I think she already has blasphemy. Minaj's response posted Barb's who backed her. Oh yeah, the Barb's. Ho has no Barb's. He has no monsters. He has no Navy. He has no Swifties. He just got some niggas that listen to fine hip hop and rap. That's all he's got. He didn't have much else. And so and pretty women that think he's fine. That's all that, you know. I remember watching documentaries and saying like, "Oh, Jay-Z, yeah, Jay-Z, I want to get with him." I'm like, okay, do you think? But yeah, but the Barb's. She said to send some of my Barb's to college, pay for their school fees and student loans via my Student of the Game charity. Minaj's tirade against Jay-Z's Rock Nation company continued on Thursday with insults aimed at Rock Nation artist Megan Thee Stallion. Minaj's digs centered around a sexual harassment lawsuit filed against the H-Town rapper. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So that's the story, folks. How did Nicki Minaj get to this point? And when will the Illuminati step to her? When will the Freemasons and the parts of the Illuminatus, when will they step to Nicki Minaj? When will they go to her and say, hey, that's Hove. That's Hove. That's Hove. Can't be demanding money from him. He gave you your stake. Be happy with it. It's $9 million. That's what it equated to. Not 200. No, not 300 million. No, nigger, no, nigger, no. It actually equates to $9 million, not 200 million. So Nicki Minaj is heated. She's mad. She's aggy. She's on X, not the platform, not the drug. That's what's so weird about saying that, on X, you know. But it just rings of just, you know, disloyalty, distrust, and disgust, you know. Like she said, you know, the Ye's and Kanye, the J's and Kanye's, like that was at her peak, you know, when she was at the prime of her career. She was saluting Jay-Z. I don't know if she can do that for Ye or Jay anymore. Jay took a hit, even though he took a hit. He had a bulletproof vest on, but it still hurt. He took a hit with the Diddy scandal, which he had nothing to do with. He was not even in the vicinity of the grape or SA charge. I'm just testing that out because I want to see if it makes a difference whether I say grape and SA or not. But anyway, he was already in Los Angeles when it happened, and Diddy was in New York with the alleged female. She got her story all twisted up, so there's that. I think with, you know, Nicki Minaj being so heated, so angry, but she's not really that angry. She's trying to be real cool about it, and that's the tone that I got. Except for the blasphemy part. Those who say he's Hove continue to say he's Hove. That's blasphemy. That's blasphemy, you know. So all her songs are, you know, clean and not talking about her vaginal area and her doing things like that. She's a clean Christian woman, never defiled the name of Jesus and the Lord and God. So that's all her lyrics, all her songs. They're pristine. They have nothing to do with going against the dictates of the Lord and the law of Jesus. I swear, it's abominable. It's abominable that she's going at Hove. He's got enough problems. The thing was, it's like I said with the Diddy scandal, he didn't walk away super clean. He was innocent and he had nothing to do with it, but he still had to pay millions to calm that down. He still had to pay millions of dollars. That's insane. He had nothing to do with it whatsoever in no way, shape, or form. However, he still had to shell out millions of dollars to calm the raging forces of that particular scandal. That's disgusting to me. He had nothing to do with it. Now, Nicki Minaj is coming out of, it seems like left field, but she's probably been building a case with her accountants, and she's saying she's calculated $200 million from the title sale. I don't see that. I see $9 million. 3% stake out of $300 million or so. That's like $9 million. It's a good payday. It's nice. It's sweet. But it's not $200 million. It's not $300 million. Let's not get cute, Nicki. Let's not get cute. Okay? And the Barbs, come on, Barbs. I'm waiting for the Barbs. Barbs, come at me. Please come at me. Am I dumbass? I'm waiting for the Barbs. Come on. Bring whatever you got. Well, you said this and that, and then I'm gonna see them with their bonnets and their slides, ready to throw them at me. Be like George W. Bush in 2006, I think it was. He was like, he ducked the shoes during that press conference. Yeah, he had agility. He had the moves. He had the skills. He was like, the next one came. He was like, But anyway, Nicki Minaj is salty. Salty. She's got a saltine. she's Aggie. She's coming at home. The #1 rapper of all time. And numerous lists, publication lists. Complex, XXL, Hip Hop DX, Hot New Hip Hop, I'm sure. All their lists, I'm sure they collected them. #1 is Jay-Z, without a question. He had a run. He had such a run. Nobody else can claim he had a run. They had a run like that. 8 albums, back to back to back, critically acclaimed and commercially successful. Nobody can claim it. It's like Jordan. Jordan in the finals. He was 6-0 in the finals. He was 6-0. Everybody else 4-2. Kobe's like 4-2. I think LeBron is like 4-9 or something crazy. I can't remember what it is. But nobody can match that. He's the Michael Jordan of rap. He claimed it himself. I'm the Mike Jordan of rap. I'm gonna come back like Jordan wearing the 4-5 and ain't to play games with you. He said all that. And he meant it. Nicki Minaj, she said he was top 5. She didn't even say you're not my #1. Her #1 was probably Wayne. I'm sure she's gonna say Wayne is her #1. Drake is 2, 3, Mac Main. No, I'm just kidding. Mac Main is #3. No, I don't know. She didn't specify her list, but she said Jay-Z's still top 5. But I just think she's, out of line. She's out of pocket. She's out of pocket. She's whining and crying. I don't see Madonna whining and crying. I don't see Rihanna whining and crying. Rihanna's probably, sitting, checking her accountant how many billions she's got. Maybe that's why Nicki's salty. Maybe that's why. She wants to give it to her graduate for her Barbs to go to school, to go to college. Okay. But you don't rap about that, do you? You don't ever rap about that. Oh, I wouldn't rap about my nonprofit organizations. It'd be cool. That's what I would love to see rappers do. Talk about how they, besides J. Cole's probably the only rapper to rap about his student loans and his debt. He had like a 3.5 or 4. He had like a 4.1 or something like that. What about the Epstein list? Tell me, Bumble. Let me know. I didn't look into the Epstein list. I looked into the Nicki Minaj list. What about the Epstein list? You tell me. But anyway, I think it's disingenuous. That's a big word, folks. D starts with D. D is for disingenuous. After I'm sure he told her about things. After he probably showed her how to rap in certain ways. Allegedly, I don't know if he actually did, but maybe they had some encounters and they talked on certain issues. Allegedly, I don't know. Possibly, maybe, kind of, sort of. Bumba says Trump stain said move on, nothing to see here. Okay, so that's why I'm not talking about it. What do you mean? What about the Epstein list? If they're not, if he doesn't care, why should I care? I don't really get into all that. I'm talking about Nicki Minaj wanting $200 million out of Hove, Jehovah, God MC. So it's a cover up, bruh. I'm not your bruh, Bumba, by the way, but it's a cover up. What are you talking about? What's a cover up? Cover what up? For what reason? 7 more people and we got a party. 7 more people. 7 more people. It's a party. So what's the cover up, Bumba? Please tell me. I'm not your bruh. But Nicki Minaj is Aggie. Record company people are shady. Who said that line? Record company people are shady. I don't know if that's the right line. What is that? Let me see. Oh, record label people are shady. Who said that? I'll give you the song. Check the rhyme. Check the rhyme. Epstein worked for Israel. Okay? So what's the point? What are you saying? If he did, what point does that? What does that mean? I love how people come on my show, Bumba especially. Epstein worked for Israel. Is that a headline? Is that a fact? What the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means. Epstein worked for Israel. There's plenty of people that work for Israel. What the hell does that mean? Epstein worked for Israel. I don't know what that means. I don't know where to take that. I don't know what am I supposed to do with that information? If that's even true. It may not even be factual. And if it is factual, what the hell difference does it make? He's Mossad. Okay, he's Mossad. Okay, that's really cheap kind of dig. Even if it were true, what the hell difference does it make? And it's a very dubious claim to say he's Mossad. And what the hell difference does it make again if he was Mossad? Which I'm sure he probably was not. So you need an alleged on that, Bumba. Allegedly he was Mossad, and I doubt it highly he was part of it. And it's destructive to even say that. It's condescending, it's ugly, it's disgusting to say that he was part of it, some kind of Israeli conspiracy or something like that. He was part of the Mossad or something crazy. That's just ridiculous. I dismiss that. Dismiss. So, if we have to, look at Nicki Minaj and Jay, I mean, their trajectories are interesting. Nicki Minaj, has been linked to child. It's weird. The word pedophile literally means lover of children. That sucks. See, that's what the words that we use. I think are the Greek, like or Latin, either Latin or Greek, but like words like pedophile. That means lover of children. I mean, that's just unfortunate because you could love children. That makes you a pedophile, but you can't say pedophile because that's linked to criminality. That's linked to disgusting behavior. I don't know. But anyway, what am I talking about? Oh, she was linked to pedophiles. Her cousin, I think, is alleged pedophile. Her husband is alleged pedophile. Or maybe convicted for pedophile. I'm not sure. I just want to make sure I'm not sued. She wants to sue me. She gonna get 2 cents, I guess, if that. She might not get 2 cents out of me. But I'm just being careful right now. Oh, her brother is in prison. Is it for an SAS offense against a child, against a minor? Is that true, Bumble? Was it a minor? They not like us. They not like us. Yeah, the worst kind. Wow. That's pretty sad. That's really sad. So she is either like dumb, ditzy, and dizzy, or just doesn't care, which I think is towards the latter. She really doesn't care, which is interesting. But yeah, she's trying to come at Ho's dollars. I saw a video of him getting beat down by inmates. Wow, I didn't see that. But yeah, she wants the money and to fund her for her schooling. Okay, that was cute. She's not funding her school. She's using that to buy some surgery for her BBL and her breasts, allegedly. She's trying to get into that 2027 Bentley. She's going 2 years ahead. You know, she's trying to get into that mansion that costs $12 million or $15 million. After she already bought 2 other mansions that cost $14 million, $13 million. That is true. Bumba. Yes. I was just about to get to that. All they talk about is her verse on Monster. But the thing is, that's the hip hop community. She has a pop community. A lot of her barbs are pop star, Starship. She hates that song. That's like the Clips, Pusha T. He hates Ma Don't Love Her and When the Last Time. It's rated. I thought it was she's not telling the truth on that song, but her flow and her cadence and the way she put her phrasings together was extraordinary, and that's what made her eyes open. Like, whoa, who's this? Who's this chick? She has some mixtapes or something like that. Oh, okay, she's got the pink album. She's got the pink print or something like that. And I was like, okay, she's on the Ye album, his greatest album, one of the greatest albums of all time. Yeah, but they only talk about the Monster verse. I mean, I loved her on I think it's By My Side. I love that song. That's a great song by her. She has dozens of other songs, but I'm just saying. And the other song, probably Champion. I like that song. She has a slew of records. She has sold over 100 million units as a female artist, female rapper. Very few can say that. Very few. We have 5 people in here. All we need is 5 more to have a party. Okay, it's 4 people. Now we need 6 more people. 5 again. Okay, it's going up and down. All right, pause. Yeah, it's not even a game. But the Monster verse is like, okay, I get it. My favorite writer living today of fiction, Ture, he said that her verse was lies, and just that's all there was. It was just lies. She didn't say anything true. She it was mainly Jay-Z's verse. If you look into go on YouTube and put in Jay-Z Monster verse, and I think if you put in breakdown or something like that, you'll see he has multiple entendres. He's got multiple linguistic stylings and skills. It's really cool. It's really cool if you break down his skills on the mic. They forgot about Ye. It feels like they forgot about Ye. Yeah, Ye was on point. And he had some great lines. Hold on, I gotta take this. Hold on. All right, I gotta handle some business. I'll be right back. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves and say that there's a uh 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 what is it? I can't remember what it's called, but just talk amongst yourselves. All right. Oh, I know what it is. A tarantula hawk is neither a tarantula nor a hawk. Talk amongst yourselves. Dang, Jesus. Thank you for your patience. I was dealing with my niece and nephew that just came over to the house, so I'm gonna be pretty short as it is. Let's give you some time. Let's see what you guys have said. Are they talk? Okay, it's over. They forgot that was Star Calling. No, it wasn't Star Calling. Skylar turned into a chair. Yo, Skylar, how are you doing? Skylar popping a perk 30. Never that. Never will. Tell him maybe 90 or 100. I'll do something like that. But anyway, we're talking about Nicki Minaj. We're talking about her. Um, little spat with Sean, Jay-Z, Carter. Um, she's going at him. She wants her money. I don't know where this money is possibly going to come from, but she has to understand the metrics of the game. I don't think she understands the numbers, the point system, and the equity that she agreed to receive. It would really mean equate to $9 million, not 200 million. From what I understand, I'm terrible at math, but the math that I did out of $300 million, 3% is $9 million. So just saying. And that's not even counting the $352 million that was in the sale to Jack Dorsey in the Square sale. I think Nicki Minaj is very, excuse me, Aggie. I think she's very on edge. She's not exactly, I think within the bounds of sanity in a lot of ways. Allegedly, I don't want to, her coming at me saying, "Oh my God, that guy called me crazy." Oh my gosh, no. I said allegedly, just for legal reasons, and I didn't say anything malicious. Malicious, allegedly won't even save you if you say something that's malicious or detrimental to somebody's health. So I didn't say anything to her detrimental to her health. I just said she may be a little off balance. She may be a little off balance going at Hova, Jehovah. Yes, I'm using the blasphemous name Jehovah, saying that he didn't pay her the $200 to $300 million, and she's claiming that she's going to use it for schooling of her barbs or something like that. That was cute. That's not true. I mean, that's all alleged. That's not real. They're trying to blackmail. That was clever wordplay. Great job, Bumba. So I got three people in here. Need four. We need. Excuse me. Seven more people to make it a party. Let's see what we can do. All right. So this is a real quick sidebar. My favorite director of all time, Wes Anderson, his movie, his greatest, not his greatest, but one of the best movies he's made in the past, 10, 15 years. It kind of tanked. It didn't do well. The Phoenician Scheme is what I'm talking about. I thought it was a blast. It was an adventure. It was like you had to know exactly what was going on. This thing was happening over here. This is happening over here, and it just came to a point where it was he has $1 billion man. He has a billionaire behind him. Pause with paintbrush pictures. I think it is. I can't. I think his name is Jimmy Rails or something Rails. Billionaire, and he's probably just like, you know what? I just write this is a write off. I'll just write this off. You make another movie, and we'll be good. Bumba says he's too quirky for me. Well, you gotta watch his movies. You have to watch them maybe 2 or 3 times to get all the nuances and the different reality. This worldview that he has in his movies. It may look like it's very twee and quirky and screwball or too staid or whatever the case may be. Rob 3000 and salute to you, sir. Billy Rail. Purr. It's something real. Hold on. Let me make sure I get his name right. Let me see if I get his name right. Let me see if I get it right now. Hold on. All right. Indian Paintbrush. This is it. Steven Rails. I got it way off. His name is Steven Rails. I've seen bits and pieces of Gummo. Gummo is probably one of the worst movies ever made. Terrible, disgusting, backwards. evil. I think in certain circumstances it was made. Yeah, so that's how I see it. Steven Reynolds. So yeah, Gummo is not nowhere in my top 10, top 20, top 5,000 movies. Gummo's horrible. Monk knows the director. Okay. And what director of Gummo? That's interesting. 6 people. All we need is 4 more people. 4 people, and we got a party. 4 more people. But the top story: Nicki Minaj wants money from Hove in Spring Breakers. Yeah, and kids. Don't forget about kids. Don't forget about kids. Is that the same director? Spring Breakers and Gummo. He also did Kids, if I'm not mistaken. But now it's down to 5 people. Yeah, but Nicki Minaj seems like she's out of pocket. She seems like she's just out of pocket, and it's interesting too. These are all calculated decisions because she wasn't quiet behind the scenes. Talk to Jay, be in his ear, like you owe me 200 million. He could have been like, nah. Same writer, not director. Oh, got you. Same writer, not director. But she went to X. She typed on X. Trigger fingers turned to Twitter fingers. So she went on X and said all this, and that obviously is a public square. She almost literally went out into the square in the city and started yelling about Jay-Z needs to pay me. That's almost exactly what she was in a metaphorical sense. That's basically what she just did. I think that's her whole modus operandi, her whole reason for doing this was to be very vocal, very outspoken, very not even addressing the fact that she had been very outspoken is what the word I'm trying to say. And there's so many cases where she could have been discreet, seen him behind at a show at a business meeting or something like that, pulled into the side like, hey, Sean, hey, whatever she calls him, Jay, Sean, whatever. I'm missing like $200 to $300 million from the title sale. I was supposed to get a percentage of the equity. Can I get that? No, she went to X. She went on X and displayed all of this in front of everybody and anybody. She could have kept it very low key. She could have kept it together. Instead, she showed herself to be outlandish and garish and talking about blasphemy and stuff like that. And I think that could be a breaking point. That could be a breaking point for people that believe in God. Maybe turn to atheists if they realize how long Jay-Z has called himself Jehovah, God MC. How many references he has in his rhymes about Jesus and Muhammad and Moses and all the other faith figures of faith. It's kind of distressing, actually. It's kind of disappointing. I'm disappointed in Nicki Minaj because she didn't do this the right way. She could have went this very behind the scenes, at a business meeting, at some kind of a situation where she could have talked about her grievances with elegance and class. Instead, she forwent all that and just went, well, he gonna have to pay me. He gonna have to pay me. He gonna have to give me money. She almost Z-snapped it, That's not how you do it. That's not how you conduct business. It's terrifying, really. Have somebody, saying that, and that, like I said, with Jay-Z earlier this year, and I think, it just made it worse. Add insult to injury, and like I said, it cost him millions of dollars to get out of the specific case that he was in, that Jane Doe brought up with her BS. It's complete and utter, failure in communication, I think it is. But he had to shell out money. He had to pay money to stop that, to get him, cleared from that whole suit. He had to pay money. That's insane to me. He had to pay money to get that off of his conscience. That's what kind of pains me. That's the sad part about all of this, is that there's a way for us to do things. There's a way that you can do things, the way that you should do things. That's the truth. There's a way of going about everything. You should do everything with grace, class, and dignity, and respect. Above all, respect. I think this was disrespectful. I think this was very disrespectful on Nicki Minaj's part. Because I think Jay-Z probably helped her in a lot of ways. Probably maybe, showing her how to do a rap line or something like that. Let me see. So he filed a defamation lawsuit against former accuser. Her attorney. This is from March 3rd. December 18th, Jay-Z accused in a civil lawsuit of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2011 Sean Carter. So it was last year and this year. Against Tony Busby, the ambulance chaser. This is crazy. The game is, like I said, rap music, like Mr. Troy Startorian said, has no counsel, has no guidelines, has no parameters. It's a free-for-all. Rap genre is a free-for-all. You get in, you get your money, do whatever you got to do, and get out, I guess. And in the meantime, while you're doing whatever you got to do, you could be taking down people, throw rocks at you and castigate you and chastise you. It's just part of the game, because there are no rules. There's no parameters. There's no counsel. So it's just the rap genre, which is taking the world by storm over the past 30 years or so, especially. So that's just the truth of it all. That's very truthful to say that Nicki Minaj is, I see you, Rob 3000-inch. Salute to you, sir. Listen to Cotton Candy. Listen to Lil Wayne's song Cotton Candy. That thing is crazy. That's one of the most wild songs I ever heard in my life. It is crazy. But anyway. So Jehovah, Jigga Man. So Jigga Man, Jay-Z, Jehovah, Iceberg Slim, God MC. She's making allusions. She's basically saying that he's blaspheming. She's saying to everybody else, oh, if you're saying Hove, then you're saying blasphemy. Please tell me you dropped this tape out your pocket, man. What is that from? That sounds like a please tell me you dropped this tape out your pocket, man. Somebody please ask Ja Rule what he thinks about all this. That's in the song. I just said Cotton Candy. Where would I be without my baby Ja Rule on me? Hustle flow. Oh. Please tell me you dropped this tape out your pocket, man. That's all he said in that song. I wonder how many times in the script it said man. He said every time, man, it ain't the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of fighting the dog, man. Yeah, man. And he beats up Ludacris for like three movies. Crash, at least 2 movies. Crash and Hustle and Flow. And I think there's one more, but I can't think of it. But Crash and Hustle and Flow, Terrence Howard beats up Ludacris. For I don't even know what reason. Like, he must have got a payday. He probably got like $25,000 on that role with Ludacris or something like that. They hardly ever talk about the economics. Sometimes they do, though. Sometimes they do. They say who got the most money for the movie. Come on, man. Come on, Iron Man, man. Come on, Superman. Batman. Oh, my God. Yeah, wrapping up, Nicki Minaj, Aggie, salty, bitter, disgusted, broke, not broke, but busted and disgusted at Jigga Man, Jehovah. One of the realest in the game, possibly the greatest rapper of all time. Nobody had a run like him. No, you can't. I wanted somebody to name somebody. 8 albums back to back to back, and then have other pretty good albums and not so good albums after that, and very good album, an excellent album. I'm thinking about Kingdom Come. That was like, he's coming back with the 4 or 5. Then American Gangster is one of my favorite Jay-Z albums. It's actually pretty great. And 444, Blueprint 2, Blueprint 3 was pretty good. It's like a thriller album. It's got, a lot of songs that are really bangers, but it doesn't have a cohesive element to it. Then Magna Carta Holy Grail was like, okay, I can rock with this. I can rock with it. I think I can rock with this. And I was just like, all right. And then 444, I think that's one of his masterpieces. He has 4 masterpieces. He has Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, Black Album, and 444. Those are my top 4 greatest Jay-Z albums. All right. So Nicki Minaj needs to clean her act up. Put a wig on straighter, and get down to business. Start making those hundreds of millions of dollars that she's claiming. Okay, so I'm sure she's worth at least $100 million. So, and does that sound like she's greedy? Is she greedy? Is she want more? Does she want more and more? Oh no, it's for my school. It's for my grade school. My sending Barb's to college. Okay, that was cute. So I'll see you guys tomorrow sometime. Thank you very much for your patience, and take care.